If you had gave me the chair and it had mice in it, you wouldn't have took the mice back. Okay. If it had bed bugs, you would not have been like, oh, my bad. Let me get rid of the bed bugs. I took the couch. You gave it to me as is. That means with springs or without springs.
It had $32,000 in it.
Or without cushion. With bugs, without bugs. With rodents, without rodents. With $32K, without $32K.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm David.
I'm Lisha. And
we're just thinking out loud.
We're just thinking out loud.
I don't know what her problem is.
I don't know what his problem is. Okay, be for real for once.
No, I will never be for real.
What are you drinking today?
I am drinking a Sprite and Paradise Punch mixture. It's a drink we got from a Vegas shop. And 3 years ago,
when we had our 20th anniversary celebration extravaganza.
Yeah, we've been married for 20 plus years. Been together for 25. She gonna say, no, it ain't 25 yet.
It's not 25 yet, but whatever. I'm having a HMH.
And what is it?
I'm sorry, a HMM.
What is a HMM?
Homemade martini. Today our son is behind the camera giving us a little bit of a critique. So if you see us responding to something or that you don't know what's going on, it's him because he's a goof troop. So I want to do a riddle.
Okay.
I know the answer. I'm going to ask you the riddle. Okay. And then you guys at home can give your responses down in the comment section. And on our next video, I'll give the answer. So here's the riddle. Poor people have it. Rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. What is it? And I can see what the answer is. So I'll read it again. Poor people have it. Rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. What is it? Let me know what y'all think it is down in the comment section, and we'll tell you guys the answer on the next video.
Sweet, because I don't know what that is right now.
You don't have any clue at all?
No clue whatsoever.
Oh,
I gotta think about it.
Okay, so today I want to talk about a few different topics. The first one is a video I saw, and it was about an older lady, and she purchased a couch from the Goodwill. I've seen the video too.
He's seen the video. It wasn't no Goodwill. It was it was like Facebook Marketplace. And I believe he was giving the couch away. Mm-hmm. All she had to do was pick it up, and it came with a chair as well. Mm-hmm. So she got the couch. She got in the house. The couch was nice enough since it was free. Mm-hmm. It was good, but every time she sat in the chair, it felt a little funny.
I already know what's going on. When I'm looking at the video, I already know what's going on.
She sat in the chair. It felt funny. She ended up, opening up the cushion, and she found, I think if I remember correctly, $32,000 in the cushion.
It was a whole bunch of separate envelopes, maybe like 10 or 12 envelopes. And the cumulative amount of the money, the value of the money was $32,000.
Yes. And she contacted the person who gave her the couch. And he gave her $2,000 for being honest.
$2,500.
For being honest. So,
what I want to talk about is two things.
How honest you gonna be?
First and foremost, would you have called and told the person who gave you the couch that there was $32,000 in it. That's number one.
Okay, what's number two?
Number two is, how would you feel about the $2,500
Reward?
reward?
I've seen stories like this before in the past, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know the guy got the couch from like a relative who passed. So instead of doing what normal people do nowadays and digging in the cushions and checking to make sure that it was an older person that passed. So, all old people don't believe in banks. So they stash money in places. Most times it's like in a mattress or somewhere. And this might have been her favorite seat. Behind inside picture frames and stuff. So what you're supposed to do as the person who inherited said furniture or memorabilia is check it thoroughly so that this kind of stuff don't happen. Because if he would have gave it to me, he would have never seen that 32 grand. I'd have been like, praise Jesus. My prayers have been answered. I needed this 32K.
So you literally saying to me that if you got a piece of furniture, or let's just say a picture or anything, and first let's just go across the board. If you find money, are you returning it to its owner?
I can't return that money to its owner because that owner was dead. So okay. I'm the new owner.
So you would have never told him who gave you the couch that he gave you a couch and $32,000.
If he don't know, he won't ever know. He don't need to know. I wouldn't even reported it to no damn body. It wouldn't have been no news story that they could have ran on the news. No, that money mine.
Okay, so let's just say.
Hell, I might not tell you.
I know you a lie.
Because you might want to try to get it back.
Okay, so that's his opinion, guys. Let me tell you how I feel. If you had gave me the chair and it had mice in it, you wouldn't have took the mice back. Okay. If it had bed bugs, you would not have been like, oh, my bad. Let me get rid of the bed bugs. I took the couch. You gave it to me as is. That means with springs or without springs.
It had $32,000 in it.
Or without cushion. With bugs, without bugs. With rodents, without rodents. With 32K, without 32K. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Would I have donated some and gave some away, to make myself feel good on the inside? Probably $2,500.
I'd have felt good on the inside just by winning it. By finding it. I'm sorry. No. He would have never got it back.
Okay, so let's just say, for the sake of the argument, that you have money. And he was like, oh my goodness, Grandma Josephine left this to this family and I'm going to give them their money back. Okay, let's just say, for the sake of the argument, you call them up. Hey, did you look at this? You know what I'm saying? There's some money in here. What do you want to do? And they came back and they said, oh, thank you so much, David, for giving me back my $32,000. Here's $2,500 for you. How would you feel about that?
I felt like I got misused. Unfairly treated wrong, because either way it goes, it's a $32,000 windfall for somebody.
That is the truth.
It could be a $16,000 windfall for two people.
Okay.
You understand? So you don't have to have it all.
A case of conscience, and you had told them, you feel like if they really were appreciative of having this cash windfall, that they would have given you half, like a divorce settlement in the state of California.
They could have gave me half, or they could get none.
Ooh.
I'm just saying
that. That's the risk you're taking. Then that's the risk. But
why do I have to take the risk now? That's the other question. Why do I have to take the risk? You didn't do what you were supposed to do and check check and make sure that stuff was not hidden or what have you,
So
you would have never missed the money.
let's take it a little bit deeper here. Let's say, for the sake of this argument, that you find a purse, and inside the purse is some money in a wallet, and that person's driver's license. Do you give that person their purse back with everything inside?
Yes.
What's the difference?
They lost the money and it. They knew they had the money. All of it was already there for them. They already knew they had that money.
That's an interesting perspective.
So that money, this guy didn't know he had this money. He just gave it away. And the way it sounded to me is he gave it away. I don't like when people try to change the situation up to make the point different. The point is not. No. I'm not saying you were, but that's the kind of way that people be trying to do something. Well, if this happened, what about if this happened? No, we're talking about what happened.
Okay.
He gave a chair away that had $32K in it.
He obviously never sat in it, because if he did, he
never sat in it.
It was lumpy.
He didn't check it. He didn't fill it. He ain't do nothing. But give it away. Oh, she ain't here no more. Let's just give this to somebody else. Right. So that windfall went to somebody else. They got 32 grand now. That's how it should have been, not $2,500. What the heck? I would have looked at him sideways if we'd have handed me $2,500 saying, hey, thanks for your honesty.
Okay, so what about this? Because they say
no, you answer these questions.
No, they say police officers do this all the time with raids and things like that. Would you have what if the woman said it was 32,000, but it was really 64? And she kept 32 for herself and was just giving him back half the money.
She's still too damn nice. Because I'd have kept all 64.
Really? Maybe that was like, I would like to think that this lovely lady said, oh my goodness, look at these idiots. So quick to get rid of their loved one's furniture that they missed out on this $64,000. I tell you what, I'm going to take 64 as a finder's fee, and I'm going to give them this 32 back.
32 as a finder's fee.
Yeah, I'm going to take 30 to keep 32 as a finder's fee. I'm going to give them this 32 back. Now that is something that I would do, just to keep my good karma coming in.
I don't have a problem with good karma, because evidently the universe said, you need this money.
Well.
Evidently she needed the money because she was looking for free furniture on Facebook Marketplace.
That's a very good point.
She needed something because she just moved in. She had no furniture. She needed something.
But does that entitle her? Well, you feel like it does to these people's money.
It's not their money. You said it yourself. If it had bed bugs in it, they wasn't coming to get them back. You said that.
Because they wouldn't.
No.
They'd be like finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Right. And so it has to go both ways then, right?
It does.
Fairness. I mean, if you came back and I said, this thing got bed bugs, and you said, oh, let me come back and make sure that it gets, fumigated and everything. That's one thing. But most times nobody's doing that.
That's true. That's true. What do you guys think? If you found money and you knew who the owner was and the owner was still living, would you return it? First question. Second question. If that was you who received that free couch, would you keep the found money or would you give it back to the previous owner? Let us know down in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more, I won't say interesting.
Oh, no, that was good.
Different. Yeah, I like that one. It was really interesting. Let's talk about some relationship advice from my good place, the Reddit.
Relationship advice.
Don't look at that. Don't look like that. This is a shorty, but it's a short passage, but it has a lot going on with it. So this is from r/relationship advice. It's from
We'll put the username
We'll put the
in the
username up
description.
there because I don't want to say it out loud. Okay. Because this just goes to show. And it says, my 32 male girlfriend, 28 female. So I'm assuming he's 32 and she's 28, has zero sex drive and gets upset when we don't do it. This is interesting. My girlfriend and I have been together about 2 years and live together. She started medication about 6 or 7 months ago and it killed her sex drive dead. It's been about 3 months since we've had relations. And she constantly upset with me that we haven't been intimate for months. So she's upset. She fully acknowledges that I try to initiate intimacy and that she's been turning me down. However, that hasn't stopped her from being upset and starting fights. Some of the fights have been about, am I cheating? Am I gay? Am I turned off by her body? Do I find her disgusting? Is she too fat? Do I not love her? Do I have ED? I think y'all know what ED is. Can I see how this is affecting her? Why are we even together if we aren't being intimate with one another? How can I approach this and communicate with her that I don't feel like how she's treating me is fair when it always ends in an argument? Now, I'm not as interested in the exact context of this as I am in the ins and outs of a long-term relationship with someone and how aspects of the relationship ebb and flow. But for the sake of this, we're going to stick to the premise that he's presented here. What do you think? What should he do?
What should he do? He has tried, and she's rebutted him. And then she gets mad. He's in a no-win situation right here.
But he wants to win.
Huh?
But he wants to win. He doesn't say he's giving up.
No, he's not going. It's you. This is one of those. She's starting to fight because they're not. But she's. You know what? First thing he need to do is go to the doctor with her and see if they can change the medication that started this.
Well, that's an interesting concept.
First, let's see if that can change the path on which they're on. Because that's when per the story, it started when she started taking the medication. And evidently the medication has some kind of other side effects that make her not remember her telling him no when he tried. So she could be upset about it and start an argument. First things first, start with that. I can't tell you what goes on after that, because if that's the case and the medication changes and everything goes back to so-called normal, everything's good. If the medication changed and she still act like that, maybe it wasn't the medication. And then that's your first red flag.
Right.
Because then it's her, and she's doing it on purpose. She's rebutting him on purpose, and then she's starting an argument on purpose. If it was not the medication,
right?
And then what do you do in that situation? You leave.
Woo! So you think a lack of desire for physical intimacy is grounds for termination of a relationship? That's my son over here doing dumb stuff.
How long have they been together?
2 years they've been together.
That's not long enough.
Okay. So how long do you think is long enough?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's not long enough. 2 years?
I feel like if she could hear me and I would give her some advice, I would say that physical intimacy is sometimes like water. You need it. You may not want to drink it, but when you have it, it's tasty. But until you start drinking it down, don't laugh. Until you start drinking it down, you pull that cup away, you're like, ooh, I needed that water. That was some good water. I think physical intimacy is the same. You may not have time for it. You may not prioritize it. It may not be the first thing you think of. When you think of how you want to spend the next hour and a half, it may not be the thing that's on the top of your list. Like you would rather have a soda than a glass of water in a lot of instances, or maybe, alcoholic beverage or some tea or coffee. But when you just take that water in, it's like, dang, this is solving so many of my problems. So the fact that she's starting arguments means she's obviously frustrated, and she needs the
attention.
Yes, and satisfaction she would get from the act, but she can't get her mind in the space to go there. It's difficult. Do I say dumper?
I didn't say. I said if the catalyst is actually the medication.
Right.
And everything goes back to normal after that's been changed or stopped being taken altogether. No, we don't know why she's taking it. Maybe it was a short-term thing and she had the little itchies, burnies.
Oh, for the love of God. Well, this is what I have to deal with, y'all. This is what every day of my life, every day.
I did, but I'm just, if it does not change, I can't see the arguments being started because of something that I did not do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I try to start and I get rebutted, but then you want to argue with me because we're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my. At some point, how do I tell her?
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault.
I think that
and women in general or people in general don't like to hear it's your fault.
I think that it takes more to gear up a woman for physical intimacy than it takes for a man.
But that's not. But see, that's not their issue at this point.
Okay.
The issue at this point is the argument afterward. After not, you know why we're not, because you're telling me no. But you want to argue with me or get upset because we're not. And then you're going to, it's like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't.
I mean, I feel like if I really had such a huge problem with the fact that we hadn't had any physical intimacy in months, I would be like, right now it's going down. Right now. Get prepared. I don't know what I can and cannot say on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Let's do this thing. Like, let's just get it over with.
But he said her drive is at 0.
It can't be at 0 if she's complaining that it's not happening.
Okay, then there's something wrong with the way it's written, or the story is not 100%.
Okay, let's see what the comments say, guys. We're going to read just a couple of the comments to see another perspective on this. But you guys let us know what you think and what you would recommend down in the comment section. Hold on, give me one sec. Let me get to these comments. Oh, they don't want to let me in. Oh, here they are right down here. Obviously, guys, I don't know how to use Reddit. What the hell does she want you to do? You initiate, she turns you down, and then she gets upset that you're not forcing her, or what? There's no way to win there.
That's what I said. It's a no-win situation.
Oh, and then they go on to say she wants him to come on to her for the ego boost, and then she will turn him down. That, after 2 years in a relationship, hell, after 6 months in a relationship, I'd like to think that we're beyond those types of games. We're beyond all of that. Like,
I don't agree. I don't agree.
What do you mean?
You should be beyond that. And I agree with that point. But that doesn't mean everybody's going to feel the same way. They're going to still want their ego boost or
Yes, but
or what have you.
if I do want an ego boost and you come on to me, I'm definitely not about to sit up here and deny you
Until
after
you
the
know.
fact, because all that's going to do is increase the likelihood that you don't want to put yourself out there, which means I'll never get an ego boost.
Again, no,
Right?
you
If you enjoy being chased, sometimes you have to allow yourself to be caught so the game can go on.
You go keep going, setting them up and slapping them
So
down.
literally, if we've been together 2 years and it's been 6 months since we had sex, that means that a quarter of the time that we've been together, there's been no physical activity at all.
Well, no, it's more than a quarter because you don't start like day one.
Well, it depends on who you are.
Yeah,
in
this
today's
is true.
society.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
It ain't tough. You have to start somewhere, and the first place you start,
I agree, is at the doctor's office.
Is at the doctor's office,
and you let that determine.
And you go to the doctor, and you tell the doctor up front and all, and you know, as neat as possible, something wrong with those drugs you gave her. Can you give her a different type of drug that help do take care of the same issue, but don't have the same side effects? Now, and that's just me being an adult and being serious. Now, if I want to be silly, there's a whole bunch of other stuff I can say.
Oh, wow.
What's what?
This person says, it was my ex-husband. She's saying that this story reminds her of her ex-husband. No intimacy for years, but complained to our marriage counselor that I never wanted to snuggle on the couch or kiss or hug. The counselor was like, can you blame her? How would you feel if she cooked your favorite meal every night and let you see it and smell it, then threw it away? This is a very deep topic. It's on the surface, it's simple, but the intricacies of arousal or intimacy in a relationship and how the day-to-day progression of said relationship changes the physical aspects is huge. And the only real recommendation I could give is to
act like it's water and you need it.
Act like it's water and you need it. Absolutely. Act like it's
a
water
desert and you see the water for the first
time. So
time.
you know that if you haven't had any, you think back, oh, when is the last time I had a glass of water? Oh, I don't remember. You're going to go to the kitchen or you're going to go get that bottle of water. And you're going to consume it because you need it to be healthy and content in your life. And when you are in a relationship with a partner of any kind, it's such a strong part of the foundation of the relationship. And it's literally a lot of the reasons why some people feel that it's okay to cheat. It's literally the reason why some people stay and some people go. It will literally keep people together for years and there's nothing else there but that. That's how important it is. So if you're expecting to have a healthy relationship, you've got to prioritize it. You've got to do it sometimes like a chore, whether you want to or not, to keep that connection to your partner.
Hey, sometimes chores can be fun.
Sometimes chores can be fun. And sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't feel like cleaning out this closet. But when you take everything out and you sweep it out, you're like, oh, this is great. I really needed to do this. I feel better. I'm not kidding.
No, you were just saying you were sweeping out the closet, getting the dust out the way. Oh. That was funny to me.
As y'all can see, I'm the same one and he's the Looney Tune. I think that's really all we have time for today. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, let me tell y'all one thing. Two crazy people can't be together, or a crazy person and the same person can't be together. It just don't work. Both of them got to have some kind of the same crazy somewhere. And sometimes they just bury it a little deeper.
But we've been doing it since 1999.
I know.
And I'm the same person and you're the crazy.
No, you just have yours buried because people are looking. I know the truth.
Wow.
But I'm just thinking out loud.
He said I'm an undercover crazo.
Not undercover. Cause not to me it ain't undercover because I know.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. Put your comments down in the comment section. We will respond to you and keep the conversation going.
Maybe. Sometimes
I will. This guy. Until next time, those are our thoughts. We said them out loud. Peace.
Peace. I said peace like 5 times.